Well, hello YouTube, and welcome to Ramblings of a Courtesy Clerk. Since this is the first episode, what I'm going to actually talk about is basically what Rambling of a Courtesy Clerk is. Basically, I'm going to get on here, I'm going to get all this stuff off my chest, and you guys, the viewers, are going to learn how to act in the presence of a courtesy clerk. See, courtesy clerks are often forgotten in the realm of grocery business. They're seen as kind of the gophers, right? When in reality, if you've had a courtesy clerk, you know, if you've been a courtesy clerk, you know what's to be expected, right? You know that it's way more than that. We do so much stuff in the store; it's not even funny. So, just dealing with customers that are just total and complete dumbasses, you don't want to deal with them, okay? So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to educate you guys. I'm going to educate the users here. So, first order of business is I'm going to talk about things that tick us off. Things that you don't want to do in the presence of a courtesy, okay? Number one, wet cleanups. Okay, don't spill something if it's 9 o'clock at night. Courtesy clerks hate that. We have so much stuff to do, and especially from 7 o'clock to 10 o'clock, right? Because that's when we have to do our closing duties, which is basically clean the whole store, okay? And we don't want to have to deal with someone who's off in their haze of whatever they're doing, shopping, you know, pick up butter, whatever, and they go and they drop a gallon of milk all over dairy, right? That's the worst thing that you can possibly do, okay? If you pick up anything from this video, it's don't spill something at night in a store, okay? Because courtesy clerks are the one that has to pick it up. Even though if a manager says, yeah, I'll pick that up right away, no. There's no manager, no grocer that's going to do that unless they're a really dedicated member of the store, which there's not that many, right? There's a couple. So basically, don't spill stuff like that, okay? Just mind where you're walking, and you guys will do fine. I know that there's stupid little end caps that have breakable things on every end, but just watch where your corners are going. Don't have fluffy shirts that catch wine bottles and make them fall. Don't do that, okay? Wear normal clothes, which seems to be like a hard thing for you guys to do when you're in the stores. Wear normal clothes, which is wear like a shirt and maybe some pants, and you're not going to catch all this stuff, and you're not going to be stupid enough to drop something on the ground, okay? Okay, so that's number one. Number two is courtesy clerks hate it when customers try to make friendly conversation. Alright, now you may know what friendly conversation is. I'll give you a starter. Let's say a courtesy clerk helps a lady out. Not by our choice, not that we want to, it's because we're forced to ask, would you like help out? So, alright, so we're almost outside the store, right? And all of a sudden, the lady asks, the lady says, well, it's been rather mild today. Weather, that's the key, that's the first thing. That's the first thing that happens, is someone talks about the weather. Because that's, you know, apparently the icebreaker, right? Well, it's been mild today. Yeah, we know. We've been doing cart runs since the break of dawn, and we know what the weather patterns are like. So, just don't make light conversation like that, okay? We hate that. I don't even know what else to say about that. Let's see here. Oh yeah, so another thing is we start in the conversation and we might ask how you're doing, how you're feeling. We really don't care. We're just trying to avoid those awkward silent moments. So why don't you guys come right out and say, hey, I don't need help out. You know how much that would help us? We're doing so much in the store, we don't need to help people. We don't need to help people out. If you can walk into the store, you can walk out of the store, which leads me to my next point. Mart-Carts. Yeah, courtesies hate them. Courtesies hate customers who use them. Alright, so if you've been a courtesy clerk, you know this. There's always a group of, I don't know, 30 to 40 people that always use Mart-Carts. They use Mart-Carts religiously, and for you users who don't know, YouTubers who don't know what a Mart-Cart is, it's let's see, if you've been to Walmart, you've seen those carts in the front where they're basically like a low-powered lawnmower without the blades. And it got a little basket in front, a little tiny basket for you to put your groceries in, right? Courtesies hate that. So, like I said before, if you can walk into the store, you can walk out of the store. No big deal. And if you can't walk into the store, then I think it's time to either stop shopping altogether and get someone else to do your shopping for you, okay? So, and I'm not yelling at anybody who uses them, I'm just saying, come on guys. If you can walk in, don't be lazy and drive around the store. You guys can walk. Okay. Those are the three main things that get a courtesy clerk mad. So, if you guys have learned anything, here, let me recap. Wet cleanups at night. Just, let's try to stop that altogether. No wet cleanups after 7 o'clock. How about that? We'll make a deal with you guys. No wet cleanups after 7 o'clock. Next thing. Don't make light conversation. We hate that. And the last thing, don't use Mart-Carts. They're just an expense in the store that suits lazy people. And courtesy clerks hate lazy people. That concludes Ramblings of a Courtesy Clerk, Episode 1. Stay tuned, as I'll most likely be posting more because courtesy clerks have a lot to say. I'll see you guys next time.